Hello, and welcome to Beta Reviews, where I'll be bringing you games you may not have heard of or want to know a little bit more about before you buy. Today we'll be taking a look at planetcrafter, which is currently in early access. Planetcrafter is an open world survival crafting game. You've done something naughty in your life, and so as the criminal that you are, get shipped off to a hostile new land in order to perform hard labour and create a paradise for non-criminals. Exiting your drop pod, you look at a barren landscape, various bits of rock littered about, but strangely also a crashed spaceship across a hill. It's clearly not the only time we've sent people here. Your initial mission is simple: survive. Clearly there are no trees to punch around here, so instead you turn into a kid at the beach and begin picking up every rock you can find. These rocks are resource rich and will become the building blocks of your new home, thanks to some sci-fi magic construction box in your drop pod and a sci-fi magic wand scanner builder thingy in your hand. Once you've completed your initial tasks, you turn your attention to water and food, but being a barren planet poses some problems. While you can boil ice you find littered around into water, you can't boil rocks into food, forcing you to seek out wreckage and crates in the hope of finding survival rations. But these can't last forever. Establishing a base, you'll become more and more aware of your goal. Your sentence is to turn this rock far from home into a new home, a lush new teeming with life home. And to do that, we must do everything we're told not to do when we're on Earth. You'll need to crank that 3-bar heater up to max to get the ice melting. You'll start pouring ozone and CO2 into the atmosphere. You'll make really big drills to crack open the Earth. Everything that makes an environmentalist weep. But that's okay, because they are millions of miles away and you're on your own. So be your own person and pollute this place to make it better. This is the premise of the game. The game's name really wasn't messing around. You need to craft this planet so that it can support life. The visuals really fit with the story of this game. On a barren planet, you are surrounded by rock. This may sound boring, but the map has been set out in such a way that points of interest dot the horizon, meaning you will never feel like you're looking at endless rock. Instead, you'll look out at the distance and go, "What's that? I want to go there, but it's too far for my oxygen," subtly making you plan for future trips. We also have a pretty unique game mechanic going on in this too. In many games you'll start in a heavily vegetated landscape or moving from resource-rich locations like an island to the next one, generally leaving behind you a wake of harvesting devastation. In planetcrafter though, you're effectively doing the opposite, and it can be quite exciting and satisfying to see. As you terraform the planet, the landscape changes around you. When you achieve an initial atmosphere, the sky changes colour. As you heat the planet, standing water starts to appear. When you develop life, you start seeing it in places that were previously just barren rock. But this is not just a visual change. These changes impact how you interact with the game. Was there a cave previously blocked by ice? Now you can explore it. Did you build your base in a hole thinking it was safe? Well, now you have to go and do some diving. That ledge over there was too high before. Now it's got some vines growing out of it that we can climb. It's such a great mechanic that not only gives you a sense of achievement for having terraformed your surroundings, but also a clever way of blocking off later stages of the game, whilst giving you a clear indication of what you need to do to get there. The pace of this game may not always be apparent, especially if you get too focused on just watching the numbers of the terraforming screen go up slowly, but there is always something to do. You just need to find it. While terraforming is your main goal, exploration is a close second, and is rewarding with resource caches and story or lore points. If you feel the terraforming is moving slowly, well, you can either take this opportunity to go explore that point of interest over yonder, or maybe you should check if you're using the best terraforming equipment. You're trying to terraform an entire planet, remember? We're going to need some serious machinery, not just those starter sets of drills and heaters that you made out of scraps. If you haven't played open world survival crafters before, this is a really good intro. While it may change as the game is in early access, currently your concerns for survival are minimised to food, water and oxygen, and the occasional meteorite. And yes, the meteorites can kill you. Importantly though, for the new or more relaxed player, You're not going to have to be figuring out how to build a shelter while giant creatures with too many limbs or oversized teeth try to bite you. This instead allows you to focus on that niggling sense of worry about where your next meal is coming from, or just how far your oxygen tank will allow you to explore. Objectives and later research will guide you on what you need to do next. If you feel the game is starting to drag and you're just wandering around aimlessly, the research and terraforming screens are a great place to see how far you are from the next part of the game, helping you focus on what you need to work towards for that next blueprint or stage unlock. The visuals and the crafting are definitely the highlight of this game right now. There is some story and there is some lore, but not a lot. I hope this is expanded on before the final release of the game, as it gives you a nice distraction while you're waiting for some of the terraforming to happen, which no matter how much equipment you build, in some cases can take a long time. At the moment though, I would not be getting into this game if you're looking for a rich deep story. The terraforming is very much the focal point. I do think there's a lot of fun to be had though. The push to get to the next level of terraforming is good as you can see a clear path to it, wanting to see as well how it changes the world around you. Exploring the map is interesting and it's really worth exploring every nook and cranny that you can. There are secrets everywhere for those willing to risk those extra few moments of precious oxygen. As a side note, while it's not a major part of the game, I really like how the save file works. It's a very minor thing in terms of you playing the game, but the planet in the save file represents your game progress. A nice detail that no one would have missed if it wasn't implemented, but being there gives you that extra little nudge of, I made that planet look like that. I really like this game. For lovers of survival crafters, you'll be right at home. It's a great game to relax to, with progress very much at your own pace. It does currently have an early access tag, and while this is apparent that there are parts of the game missing, this certainly doesn't stop you from playing like a complete game. The only glaringly missing part is when you get to the end of the current research tree, but there is lots to do before you get to that, so that you will feel like you've had a full, good playing experience. Being early access, there are some improvements I'd like to see to the game. The building system needs a little tweaking. You have many objects that are meant to be used together, but don't snap together or don't fit correctly. For example, the scaffolding that you're likely to build your base on top of doesn't snap to the base modules, and also isn't sized correctly to them. This leads to you either just making floating bases, or you have scaffolding sticking out the side. There are similar problems with the staircases as well. While they have the ability to snap, they don't seem to work quite correctly. The automation update is a nice touch but could be done better. The nature of the layout of bases and the automation having a radius means that you have a very messy, cramped setup in order to have all your resources in range. An additional building object that extends the range, or some form of advanced storage that can be anywhere as long as it's within that base, would make it really useful. I would love the idea, from a replayability aspect, for the map to be random gen. While I really enjoy playing this game, knowing the map now removes that exploration aspect. To clarify though, I don't believe they have any plans for this. This is very much just a bearded's dream feature list. I think another great addition would be Steam Workshop access. I personally feel this should be a must for almost any game that is going to be on Steam nowadays. But certainly with how good planetcrafter is, I feel like you could open up a whole new world if it was accessible to the modding community. I'm really excited to see future updates, which on the roadmap from the devs will be introducing things like fish and animals and other things too. Planetcrafter can be found on Steam, developed and published by Miju Games, and is currently in early access. I've been Bearded Squire. For more game reviews, please drop a like and subscribe, and to be extra awesome, please drop a comment on what you think of the game, what you think I've missed from this video, or games you'd like me to review in the future. Thanks for watching, and whatever you choose to do with the rest of your day, I hope you have a fantastic time. And until I next see you, until then, goodbye.